Hi viewers, welcome to my Netronics channel. First of all, I would like to thank who all watched, liked and subscribed to my previous video which was basic concepts of network theory. So in this video, I have mainly concentrated on source transformation, whereas the first video it was a theory, a related source transformation theory explained source transformation technique, and a couple of problems also we have solved. Okay, it's just a continuation of the first video. Okay, and who all are thinking that the network theory is so tough, I'm here to make it so interesting and very easy. Okay, without wasting the time, let's move towards the next slide. Source transformation technique, find the power delivered by the a 50 voltage source in the given network. Okay, this is what the circuit given. We have to find a power across the a 50 voltage source here. As the question they have asked a 50 voltage source, we have to find a power. So throughout the problem, we are not going to touch this 50 voltage source. Okay. So now start solving the problem from the right side part of the circuit. Before that, we have to retrace this. Rewriting the circuit, it just looks something like this. See? Okay. What? The first, start solving from the right side part of the circuit. Okay, this is what, and entire problem we are not going to touch this 50 voltage source, keeping that as such. The first thought it just comes to our mind is nothing but what, now given us 10 volts voltage source is there, I can transform that to a current source. So once we have transformed the voltage into a current source, the formula is to transform from a voltage source to a current source, I is equal to V by R. V here is 10 and R is 3, and what 3.33 amps is a current source what we got. We know from the basic concepts of this source transformation, if the two current sources are in parallel, we can add it together. Okay, as both the directions are same here going upward, I can go for adding it. 10 plus 3.33, which is nothing but 13.33, and resistor is nothing but 2 ohms and 3 ohms, both are connected in parallel. We know the basic formula is R is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. 3 into 2, 3 into 2 divided by 3 plus 2, 1.2 ohms we got. Now what? So this single current source is there. Again, I'll transform this to a voltage source from the formula V is equal to IR. I is 13.33, R is 1.2. Hence, we got what 16 volts as an answer and 1.2 ohms connecting in series to it. And in the previous video, I have explained you what always the resistor is connected in parallel with the current source, and for the voltage source, the resistor is connected in series with it. Okay. The question asked was what? Power across we have to find a power across a 50 voltage source. Hence, applying KVL to this circuit, applying KVL to the resultant part, starting from this minus to plus, the current is going from minus to plus, hence it is plus 50. Voltage drop is occurring across the resistor 5 ohms, hence minus 5I. Again, the same thing, minus 1.2I. Plus to minus here, hence it is minus 16 is equal to 0. Okay, resolving this, we'll get I is equal to 5.48 amps. Okay, this is just the current across a closed path. We have to find a power across this now. Hence, the basic formula for this is P is equal to V into I, the product of voltage into a current. Voltage is nothing but 50 and current is a 5.48 what we found just now. Okay, hence the resultant power delivered by the 50 voltage is 274 watts. Okay, the unit is most important. You have to write even the unit also. Okay, hope the things are getting clear for you. Okay, okay, students, let's move towards the next. So the next problem is reduce the network shown to a single loop network shown by a successive source transformation to obtain a current in a 12 ohm resistor. Here's your 12 ohm resistor. So we have to reduce the entire circuit to a single loop network. Okay. And finding a current across a 12 ohm resistor. As in the previous problem, what we did, we can't go for resolving this throughout the problem. 12 ohms should be as such. We have to retain 12 ohms as such. Okay. So usually if this is what your a 12 ohm resistor, you have to find no the current across. Hence, we have to start solving from the other side of the circuit. Okay. What? 15 amps and 4 ohms resistor is there. I can transform this to a voltage source. We got V is equal to IR. So 60 volts, 4 ohms, and again this 2 ohms are connected in series now. Okay. Now 30 volts as such we are connecting. Okay. The rest of the parameters are connected as such. Now what? The two voltage sources are connected in series and even the two resistors are connected in series. First thing we have to touch is the polarity. We have to check is the polarity. I'll start from here minus to plus 60 volts and even here also what? Minus to plus 60 volts. Sorry, 30 volts. Hence what? Both are in the same direction. Hence I can add it. 30 plus 60 which is nothing but 90 volts. In the next circuit you can see. And if two resistors are connected in series, 4 plus 2, which is nothing but 6 ohms. Okay. And then rest of the circuit connecting as such. 90 volts, we will both transform that to a current source. Okay. And then 24 ohm resistor and a 6 ohm resistor we will add together as both are in series. Okay. Yeah. You can just check. So this 90 voltage V I is equal to V by R. 90 divided by 60, 15 amps, and reconnecting 6 ohms in a parallel 45 amps, which was connected diagonally. We've connected like this. Okay. And this one I is equal to V by R 180 divided by 24, which is nothing but 7.2 amps here, 12 ohms as such. Okay. Direction you can see. Plus to minus, arrowhead always points towards a positive sign, even here also. So, okay, both the directions are same here. Only the 45 amps is going a downward. Okay. So now all the three current sources are connected in parallel. Only change is nothing but 7.2 amps and 15 amps are going upward. Hence, we'll go for adding it. And whatever the resultant is there, we will go for subtracting with the 45. Hence, 7.2 plus 15 minus 45 is equal to 22.5 amps. Okay. All the resistor, 30 and 6 ohm resistors are connected in parallel using a formula. We got R is equal to 5 ohms. Okay. Now, entire thing, we've got a single current source and a resistor over here. Okay. Problem, the question asked was current, find the current across a 12 ohm resistor. Hence, by using a current division method, what is the current division method? The main current into opposite resistance divided by sum of resistance. Main current here is 22.5. Opposite resistance for this 12 ohm resistor is 5. Hence 5 divided by 12 plus 5. Total resistor. Main current into opposite resistance divided by sum of resistance. Hence finally what the current across the 12 ohm resistor is 6.61 amps. Okay. Let's move towards a next problem now. So the third problem is, for the circuit shown, find the current supplied by a 20 voltage source. Here is the 20 voltage source. We have to find our current supplied by a 20 voltage source. First of all, converting what? The 7 amps and a resistor into a voltage source. V is equal to IR, 7 into 7, which is 49. Hence what? Connecting like this, 4 ohm resistor will be in series with the 7 ohm resistor. Reducing that, 4 plus 7 is nothing but 11. Okay. And hence what? again transforming this to a current source. Okay, the rest of the part is connected as it is. So now what? 49 voltage source is there. Converting that to a current source. I is equal to V by R, 49 divided by 11, 4.45 amps we got. Okay, and the 6 volts, again transforming this to a current source. Okay, and 2 ohm resistor in parallel to it, the rest of the circuit as it is. Okay. Now what? The two current sources are in parallel now, that to the same direction. Hence we can what? Simplify that to a single current source and a single resistance in parallel to it. Rest of the circuit connecting same. Yeah, 3 plus, both the directions are same, hence 3 plus 4.45. Hence we got 7.45, and this is R1 R2 divided by R1 R2 is a parallel basic formula for a resistor which is in parallel. The rest of the circuit as it is we will connect. Here I have tried to solve, I have tried as such, like each and every step you can see, so that so many number of circuits you can see over here. Next, for transforming this current source to a voltage source. This is what? 1.69 and 12.59, and 3 ohm resistor will be in series to it. Okay. Now what? The next step, easily we can identify what the two voltage sources are connected in series. If two voltage sources are connected in series, we can we can resolve that to a single voltage source and a resistance. You can just check over here. If two voltage sources are in series, first we need to check the polarity. Here the current direction is from minus to plus, here plus to minus. Both the polarities are same. Hence what we will do, 12 minus 12.59 minus 32 we will get. Okay, as we'll get minus 19.40. So we have to write the polarity of the bigger number, which is nothing but 32. Minus first and then plus next. Okay, 3 plus 1.69 is 4.69. Next, left side part, just connect as such. Okay, now the next step is transforming this to a current source and even this to a current source. Okay, the circuit looks something like this. You know already I formula and V formula. So we got 5 and 4.13 amps. Look at the direction here, minus plus. As I have told you in the previous slides, what the positive sign it shows, arrowhead indicates the positive sign. Here also this downward, and whatever this is a upward. Okay, next step is two current sources are connected in parallel with the opposite direction. Hence I'll go for subtracting it. 5 minus 4.13. Look, 5 minus 4.13, 0.87 amps we got, and two resistor which was connected parallelly here, 4.69 and 5. We will resolve that to a single resistor by a formula. Okay, so now a current source and a resistor we have. I'll again transform this to a voltage source and a resistor in series to it. Okay, V is equal to IR. I here is 0.87 into 2.42 as a resistor. Okay, so hence we got 2.10, and this resistor we will connect in series, 2.42. Now what? 6 and 2.42 both are connected in series. We got 8.42 and a voltage source. Now what the question asked was, find the current across this a 20 voltage source. Now applying KVL to the simple loop, we'll starting from here, 20 minus to plus, the current is flowing from clockwise we have assumed, no? Hence what? Minus to plus is plus 20 minus 8.42 I minus plus to minus here, hence minus 2.10 is equal to 0. Hence I is equal to 2.125 amps will get. Okay, hence the current supplied by 20 voltage sources, 2.125 amps. Okay, So this is what the third problem is. So moving towards the next slide. This is the fourth problem. All the previous three problems, what we did is what all are independent sources problem. In this problem, there's nothing but for I you can see, which is nothing but a dependent sources. These dependent sources are those sources which are dependent on a current of any of a branch or voltage across any of a node. Okay, here you can see find the current I1 using a source transformation for the circuit shown. You have to find a current I1 which is there in this dependent source. Okay, this is what the dependent source, it is represented in a rhombus shape. Okay, yeah, just a simple circuit it is. Okay, but once we'll see your dependent sources, no, so it just looks complicated. That's it, nothing else. Okay, don't be scared if you just see a dependent sources problem. Okay, it is just quite simple as what we did in all the three problems. You have to find a current I1 here. Okay, same just like in the previous problem what we did. So this 1 milliamps, we will transform this to a voltage source, and 20 milliamps we will transform to a voltage source. Together we can do. Okay, what V is equal to IR. I here is what 1 milliamps. 1 milli, 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 47 into 10 raised to 3. 47 kilo here. 47K, hence 10 raised to 3. We'll get what 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to minus 3 cancels. Left out is 47. This resistor connecting as such, 47 kilo ohms. And dependent source also same thing. Even here what? V is equal to IR. I is nothing but what? 20 milli into resistor 10K. Okay, here also 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to 3 cancels. What will get us 200 volts. Okay, and 10 kilo ohm connecting in series to it. Now we got a simple loop. Apply KVL again to this, we'll get a I1. Applying a KVL to this circuit, starting from here. As one more thing I forgot, what this is, arrow head is going downward, hence minus plus, minus first and plus next, minus and plus. Even here what, minus downward and plus towards the arrowhead. Okay, starting from the 47 volts, plus to minus, minus 47, minus 47 into 10 raised to 3 I1, and minus to plus here, hence plus 4I1. The value of the dependent source is what? 4I1. The current is minus to plus, hence it is plus 4I1, minus 3.3, 10 raised to 3I1, and minus 10K, minus 200. Plus to minus, hence is equal to 0. Okay, solving everything, I have showed each and every step over here. So finally we'll get what? I1 is equal to minus 4.096 milliamps. Why we got minus sign here? Please don't discard this minus sign. This minus sign, it just indicates whatever the direction what in the problem given, it is wrong. Okay, if we take I1 in anti-clockwise direction, then we will get a positive currents. Okay, this is what our dependent source problem is. Next, moving towards our fifth problem. All the three problems we did AC circuit problems, sorry, DC circuit problems. The fourth one is a AC, that is a dependent source problem, and this fifth is nothing but what? It is an AC circuit. What are AC circuits? AC circuits are nothing but what? You can see a minus J5 here. This is nothing but a capacitance. Okay, and this is a impedance, which is nothing but a combination of a resistor and an inductor. J5 is minus J5 is nothing but it is a combination of a series combination of what? This R resistor and a capacitor. Yeah. By conversion of sources, find the current through 10 ohm resistor for the network shown. This is what the circuit is. You have to find the current across a 10 ohm resistor for the network show. Before solving, just refer to the circuit. Just refer to this table. Sorry. If there is a pure R, a pure resistance is there, then we will tell polar form and rectangular form, two forms we will get in AC circuits. Okay, R at an angle 0. Okay, whereas in a rectangular form, we will represent that as R plus J0 ohms. Pure L is XL inductive reactance at an angle 90 degree. 0, no R here, hence 0 plus JXL ohms. Pure RC, if only a pure capacitor is there, then it is what? XC at an angle 90, which is in a polar form, 0 minus JXC ohms. Okay, for rectangular form. If there is a series combination of RL, then the magnitude of impedance plus at an angle phi, R plus JXL. Series RC, magnitude of impedance Z at an angle minus phi. Phi, it can be any degree, minus 90 or minus 180. R minus JXC is a representation in a rectangular form. If there's a series combination of RLC, then it is what? Magnitude of impedance at an angle plus or minus phi. Okay, R plus JX ohms. X is nothing but XL minus XC. Okay, this table, it just shows how to represent the in a polar form and a rectangular form. Okay, now what? Converting first 10 at an angle, same in the what DC circuit problems we did, the same thing even here also we will do. Converting this current source 10 at an angle 90 to a voltage source, and whereas this is a voltage source 100 at an angle 0 volts, whereas this is a current source. Yeah. So how to convert this rectangular form into a polar form? If it is 50 at an angle, I showed you in the table 50 at an angle 0 or 50 at an angle 90 or 10 at an angle 90 is nothing but what? It is in a polar form, whereas this minus J phi is in a rectangular form. Okay. A link will be given in the description box to convert from a polar form to a rectangular form or vice versa. Okay, just refer to that, you'll get to know. Yeah, we will get what? After transforming this to a 10 at an angle 90, we will get 50 at an angle 0 and minus J phi. We will connect in series to it. Just like in DC circuits, what we will do, the same thing we will do even here also. 100 at an angle 0 was there, which is in a polar form, and J phi. Question asked was find the current across a 10 ohm resistor here. Okay, so V is equal to IR. I given in a problem was 10 at an angle 90 minus J phi. Okay, if one is in a polar form, other is in a rectangular form, directly we can't resolve this. Hence, minus J phi we will convert to a polar form. Hence, we'll get phi at an angle minus 90. Okay, 10 into phi. Magnitudes we can multiply, whereas degrees we can, angles we can add. 10 into phi and 90 minus 90, which is nothing but 50 at an angle 0, we got here. Okay, it's very easy step actually. Just follow the link below the in a description box. I've given a link to transform a polar form to a rectangular form and rectangular form to a polar form. Okay, it's not complicated. Once you practice now, it is easy for you to transform from polar to rectangle and rectangle to polar. If you know that, these kind of problems are very easy to solve. Okay, now moving towards a problem, applying KVL to the loop. Okay, starting from here, even here also the same thing, minus plus it is, hence 100 at an angle 0 minus J phi I. Okay, and minus to plus, hence plus 50 at an angle 0 minus of minus J phi I minus 10I is equal to 0. 100 at an angle 0 minus J5I and plus J5I. We will get this 50 at an angle 0 and minus 10I. Both get cancels here. Minus plus. Okay. 100. Converting this to a rectangular form, 100 at an angle 0, because directly we can't go for adding 100 at an angle 0 and 50 at an angle 0 as they are in polar forms. Polar forms only can be multiplied and divided. Okay, whereas rectangular forms are added, subtracted. Okay, 100 plus G0 plus 50. Okay, this 100 at an angle 0 is a single term, which is nothing but represented in a rectangular form here. 100 plus G0 plus 50 plus G0. Again, transforming this to a what? A rectangular form. We will get 50 plus G0 minus 10I, writing as such, is equal to 0. Now what? J0, there's no value for it. Hence 100 plus 50, which is nothing but 150 minus 10I is equal to 0. Okay. Please don't add 100 plus 50 as we can't add directly the polar forms. Okay. And I is equal to 150 divided by 10, which is the final answer is 15 amps is a current source flowing across a 10 ohm resistor. Okay. Hope the continuously what we have solved are 5 problems. Hope the things are so clear for you. Okay. If you just like this video, please share with your friends. Okay. Like and subscribe. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thank you.